A life quote and a countdown are the first things you see in this game. Following the game instructions, you click and suddenly you are in front of a giant jump instruction. You follow again, but now you fall down. The end seems to be just in front of you, but it's blocked. You fall again, but failing to succeed does not mean failing to progress. This is the beginning of my favorite puzzle game, Antichamber, a mind-blowing puzzle game from 2013. In this video, I will tell you a little about this very weird and different game. The first thing is, this game uses these life quotes to give you hints of the puzzles. Sometimes are not really life quotes, are just hints. And I've always had a soft spot for cheese life quotes even. Another thing is, I don't know if this will be visible when I add this video, but some dark areas in this game I think aren't that dark that it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's because I remember and I have played this game like 2 or 3 times and I already know the answer, or it's less dark now. I don't know why, because this is kind of old game. So anyway, this game left such a strong impression on me that I never forget some of these classic puzzles and some quotes this game have, like the classic 2 option puzzles that you can go downstairs in the red or upstairs in the blue. And the quote, the choice doesn't matter if the outcome is the same, because doesn't matter if you go down or go up, you'll be in the same spot. And when you bring work and you solve the puzzle, that is just go back instead of keep going forward, when you return to where you have been, things aren't always as remembered. The game traps you in order to cheat you to use escape to go back to the map or the lobby, where you can teleport anywhere. And by the way, I love the simple draws, and here you can see all of the draws and quotes that you have interacted. Continue to follow the game instructions, you click go here again, and now the text is walk, and by walking you solve your first puzzle. Taking the first step can be harder than the rest of the challenge. And I don't even know why this phrase is stuck with me ever since I played this game for the first time. It's like 13 years ago. This game is also full of creative puzzles and mysteries that, to be honest, I don't even remember how to solve most of them or how this game ends. Like this mysterious pink cube that only moves when you aim at it. I remember, and it's kinda easy to understand, that we'll have more places like this one where you will see this pink cube again, but I don't know what happens when you make this cube reach its destination, and I think it's kind of a secondary thing as far as I remember, but I'm not sure. A little bit forward, there's a very cool room with a lot of crazy stuff, like this pendulum spelling the word life, and our little friend is here, so I help it to move. After that, I back to focusing on the room. You can see that this room is very artistic. I particularly like this guy on the finish line, this green one, despite not knowing exactly what this means and if it means something, but I like it. A very weird noise and a bizarre black cube is seen on the other side of the window, where you can also see the gun for the first time. This mysterious cube is our goal in this game. Progressing to the puzzles eventually leads you to these dark paths, which I mentioned is not as dark as it should be. That leads to the blue gun, or the first gun anyway. And now you can use this gun to move blue cubes, and you can use it to climb, to hold doors, or to solve puzzles in general. So this gun unlocks you more puzzles and more way to progress to puzzles and to the game in general. Sometimes the game will help you with showing arrows to a correct path, or to a path you can now go with your new upgrade. Usually this happens right after you get a new gun or a new gun upgrade, because this game is very confusing. Know where you need to do, where you have to go, despite you can see on the lobby, you can see the map in the lobby, and you can easily see where is a place you have new ways, new paths to go you didn't go yet. A very cool part, I think everyone past playing this game for the first time, is after you get the gun and progressing a little further, suddenly you are in front of the exit door, but the door will not open until the right time. The first time I was playing, I really got a little jump scare, thinking the game was already over, but I will pass at this door more like 2 or 3 times before the real ending. There's more guns, or precisely more upgrades to your gun. The next one is the green one, that I remember an important mechanic that I struggle a lot to discover, but now I already remember. That is, when you draw a closed square, it fills, so you can use this to generate an infinite amount of cubes. And as you can see, you can also fuse the cube inside this little space. And again, now you can use these new skills to progress even more in the game. As I said, again, we are at the exit, but now the game hints that we are halfway there. When we are close at the next gun upgrade, the yellow one, we can see the weird cube again through the window. And seeing this thing gives you a very weird vibe. This music or this sound it makes is a very weird sensation. But our next upgrade is the yellow one, and it's behind a time puzzle. I surprised myself because I got through this puzzle real quickly. I remember it took me a long time back then when I played for the first time, and this puzzle is purely about timing. There is not much to think about. The yellow gun power is really cool. You can move the cubes, and again, this enables you go to a lot of new places. Remember that in the beginning of the video, the puzzles jump and walk. Here the puzzle is fly, and this part is so cool. You can ride the cubes to solve this puzzle. I think it's so cool, and again, took me a long time to do for a very obvious thing. I think I was not that good in puzzles game 10 years ago. By the way, inside of this effect box, you can see it erases all the cubes you stored in your gun, but you can still use your ability to move the cubes inside this tank. Now, to get the last gun upgrade, the head one, it took me a time. You are in a room with attention to detail can lead to very rewarding outcomes. And look at the window, you can see the red gun. It's confusing because when you fall, it seems like you fail the puzzle, but you actually not fail. So after insisting a little bit, I managed to get the red gun upgrade. This one expands and contracts the cube, so I think now you can solve every puzzle in this game with this last upgrade. And with this last upgrade, you can also generate a very easily an infinite amount of cubes everywhere. You just need 2 cubes and you can easily make infinity. I think I forgot to say, remember the countdown? It reached 0, and the quote is, "Live on your own watch, not on someone else." Another cool thing I didn't mention is every time you enter in the game, all the draws / quotes that you have got is shown very quickly, and I need to mention this because it's very cool. This draw / quotes is my favorite thing in this game, so I love it. Unfortunately, I didn't have patience to get every quote in the game, but I think I missed like 4 or 5. Now that we have all the weapon upgrades, we can solve every puzzle in this game. And one that I like is this. Inside this thing, you can use your ability. You can throw cubes, you can generate new cubes, or you can use your red ability to expand the cubes inside this box. So, of course, there's some more than one way to solve a lot of puzzles in this game. But in this case, I literally need to think outside of the box, because the way I managed to do that is create a ground right below this giant box, expanding the cubes and then making a small staircase. So it's cool because it took me a time to solve this kind of easy puzzle, but I like the way. I think it's the basic way. I think another way you can use the yellow gun ability to ride the cubes and go to the other side too, I guess. Solving more puzzles, the game directs me to the real end. And now finally the exit is accessible now. Looking at the other door first, the quote, "We move on when there is nothing left to learn." Meaning there is no more upgrades or techniques that we don't know. But before finish the game, I decided to solve a couple more puzzles first. So I will show some of cool places that this game have, at least some of them that I found. Like this one. Solving this particular puzzle, you enter a very cool dev room showing a little bit of how the game made and how things work. There is more dev rooms like this one showing more concepts of the game and especially about the guns. So very cool. And one last dev room showing a lot of about the development of the game, a lot of images. So I don't know if probably there's more secrets or more dev rooms, but these three are the ones I found at least. Okay, but now finally moving to the end of the game, unfortunately, going to the exit door, we now continue to pursue the black cube. Solving some easy puzzles, we are finally at the last puzzle of the game, and the black cube is sitting right in the middle of this place. Now you just need to solve this last one to get it. Nothing difficult, just a little longer. And the last quote is, every journey comes to an end. Getting the cube, everything is white, and now we are at a very open place and some black orbs. This place gives me a very weird sensation too. Getting near the black orb, it opens, and going more close and throwing the black cube inside, the game's logo is slowly formed, and the end of my journey revisiting my favorite puzzle game and one of my favorite games of all time. So this is the last thing you see before the credits appears. And that's it. That was Antichamber. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a like and subscribe. There is another video appearing on the screen right now. Click on it and take a look at more games where I talk about my journey, and then see you in the next video.